Hey guys, Conanjones back at it. This is episode 6 of Conanland. Jumping in, still kind of working on our western themed area. I've got 2 or 3 more episodes, I think, of it. Then we'll jump over into our tropical, beachy themed area. Here starting off, I just wanted to get some buildings in here over kind of in this little corner that has been pretty bare. My thought was to have kind of a big, kind of an open, kind of cafeteria type area, just building, just kind of a big open with some shops inside and nothing super crazy. I ended up kind of liking the way the inside was. The outside is still kind of plain. I need to actually get back in and kind of do some cleaning up. So you got some bathrooms and first aid and drinks and food and stuff. Nothing super crazy with this one. The pathing is still super weird, trying to get everything connected and then even and covered up, because I mean you can see it just kind of screwing up the floor, the dirt, the terrain. Good gosh, that was way more complicated than it should have been. So finally get everything kind of halfway connected. The pathing looks super rough, but it all gets covered up by the plank floors, so it looks a little nicer than it does underneath. Covering everything up, I just kind of let the time lapse speak for itself. I'm just kind of doing some little bit of decorating with it. While that's kind of going, thanks for watching these. I think I'm kind of figuring this out a little bit better. Just a heads up, I think the next video, if this is number 6, I think it's number 7. I'm a little ahead on recording stuff, and I just need to actually like get the videos processed and put the voiceovers in and stuff. One of my videos was like 5 or 6-ish hours, I think, of in-game footage that I sped up and got into almost, I think, down to 18 minutes worth of YouTube footage. I tried to process it the other day, and it took me 3 separate times to process it, just so I could have some sort of crappy file to watch and do a voiceover for, and then I'll have to go back and do it again. After dealing with all that, I'm not doing large files like that anymore. I'm gonna try to keep it down to like 2-ish hours of in-game footage, and just doing a slower speed down, just have a longer episode count with a shorter each episode time, just to make my life easier on the editing side of things and my electric bill from running my computer so much. Talking about the time lapse, we have the little stargazer panels that are actually inside, look really cool. You look up, it looks like it's, a dark night with starry skies, but it doesn't make sense to have that just as a ceiling, so I covered it up, put in some little air conditioner units, just so it's legitimate. I kind of get tired of working on it, so I guess kind of jump over to this other section. Excuse me. Wanted to make kind of a little patio area. The pathing, again, is just really dumb, so I kind of give up on it, throw some picnic benches down. At first I want to try those little canopies, but it just doesn't work. End up kind of just doing a covered gazebo kind of deal, trying to fix the pathing so it made it more of a square building. End up just kind of doing a hot fix here in a second after I give up with the pathing. Yeah, there it goes. I just moved those in. Just adjust everything over. The end of this, I actually really like the way this one turned out. It looked pretty cool. I'm not sure if it follows the Western theme all that much, but it's a video game, whatever. It looks nice, and that person's getting kicked out. They broke one of my picnic benches. Get out of here, guy. So, doing some ivy here on the top. Since it's not really covered, just kind of look like it's been here for a while. I can get some ivy up the side and hanging off the edges, and just kind of some light foliage in here. I don't think I go too much further than that on the side. Oh, get some fences put in. So, yeah. putting in some lights with these. Here after a while, the Western theme, I feel like I'd been doing it for so long, it just kind of starts to take its toll with me. Kind of jumping into the bridge over the path under the train. It was kind of difficult to stay within what I felt was a Western theme, but still kind of have a sturdiness. I guess it's not just a rickety wooden bridge. That wasn't really what I was looking for with this. I think I like the way it ended up turning out. It was just kind of a pain in the neck just trying to figure out, but playing around with stuff, and I didn't realize this little bottom piece was what it was. It has a ceiling, but it's also got the edge that has that little banding on it that matches the arches, so you can do the extended archways and stuff. I thought that was pretty neat. So yeah, just kind of doing some looking and planning and pulling the dirt up around the train here to kind of separate off our areas and smoothing stuff out, just kind of just boring terrain stuff. I go back in here after a while and doing some more foliage in there, cleaning stuff up, and after going back through and watching these videos, I realized that I'm very shiny whenever I'm playing this. If I don't have a set, this is what I'm working on for this video to try to get it done, I'll just kind of start and I end up working on 17 different things at one time, and the videos are just kind of all over the place, so I have to explain everything. I'm really bad about that. I'm like that in my professional life too. It's hard to stay on one thing. I just jump around to all sorts of stuff. I think here in a second I kind of jump in and do a night check and just look at lighting and stuff. I know I add some stuff on the top. My plan for this next section over here where the new wooden coaster is kind of a steampunky, cybery gears and dark and something like that area. We'll talk more about it in the next episode or the one after. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember which one it is. Oh, excuse me. Well, that was actually kind of difficult to stay in a theme like that is just super foreign to me, and it still kind of be cohesive. I use a lot of these little fence post deals, but everything I like the way they turned out, because it's low lying enough that it's there and it does what it needs to, but it's not super intrusive, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So my janitor's kind of rolling around, just bored because nobody's here. Trying to find a pedestal for the top of the track tower. I end up going with the chain in between. Trying to find something fairly industrial to kind of go with the steampunky side on the next side, but then also still something halfway believable to be in like Old Westy time. So I think the chain was a decent work there. You wouldn't have to go back through and replace it if it was like a rope or something, but doing like a castle wall or something on the side I felt like would have made it too fairy tale and castle-ish, which is not what I was going for. So yeah, like I said, kind of get back into the lighting, and everything's just really dark, just copying over my same little lamppost. Again, an shiny, and realized that the part of that building didn't have a lamppost, so it was super dark. Wanted to finish out both sides of the tunnel on either side, and I couldn't really do that if the train was still all weird, so I had to move it over, make sure everything's working. I toss a path down just whenever I let people back in, they can still ride it. Get everything raised up. I think I end up, for the most part, just kind of copy and pasting over. Oh yeah, there we go. Copy and pasting over, kind of do a little bit of adjusting to make it fit. This path is a little more straightforward, a little less of a huge gap in there. So just kind of do some cleaning up on it. So yeah, pretty much just kind of copy and pasted it over. Kind of do a foliage pass, just kind of getting everything looking halfway decent. It's amazing how much just a couple trees and some plants and some bushes can just make everything look better. This little section here, it was just going to be a huge open spot, so I didn't want to continue that brick building back anymore, so I figured I'd just make another building. This one I kind of tried to do something a little different. The full-on box buildings just start to take their toll after a while. I didn't turn my phone off. Sorry about that. So I try to do something a little different. The roof on here starts to bother me and actually takes a second to get in. I remember this was kind of a pain in the butt to get the roof figured out. I'm really bad about not being able to see the end result. I just kind of start and just kind of hope it turns out okay. I don't really ever have a plan for how something I want it to look after it's done, or very seldomly, I guess I have that. It's all just, okay, I've got this space to fill. All right, let's fill it. And then we're going. This little corner piece actually kind of irked me at first. I found this little bracket that's pretty close and just duplicate it and spin it around to try to get that corner from out being just kind of a big empty space. I think it turned out all right. I don't remember exactly how long the rest of this video is, so thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing, leave a comment, like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. If you don't, I'm not sure why you're still here, but you know, different strokes for different folks. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.